Today we're showing you how we put in a basement door and put in a cat door for the Supervisor Kitteh. Stick with us. Welcome to the Handyverse, where we approach home ownership mindfully and turn to DIY as a first resort when we can. And right now we have an issue where we have a basement that is, we don't have a door to it, and we've got a little guy and he's running around all over the place now, and we have baby gates up, but as an added security measure, we're going to put a door up down to the basement. Problem is we also have a rotund cat, and we need to put a cat door in it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're lucky enough that if you saw the Murphy bed project that we did, we put it in the closet, and one of the doors that came off the closet, I think used to fit in the basement doorway itself. So we actually have that, and we have the hardware to go with it. So we're going to use that door in the opening, but we have to cut a hole in it for the cat. What we're going to do is try and do something a little bit different. So we drew out a pattern of a cat. This comes from something my dad used to do. He used to do these little drawings of cats all the time. And so that's what this is inspired by. But we're going to cut it out of a 1/4 inch piece of plywood. And then we're going to put that on the door and use that as a template to drill a hole in the door. And I don't know what's inside the door, but once we cut it open, we'll see, and hopefully it's something I can work with to make the edge smooth. To get started, we found something in the house that was close to the size circle that we wanted. You can see it's quite large, poor Mango, but we did need something that she could get through. So we just traced that circle on and then drew our cat around it. And now what we got to do is just use the jigsaw, cut that out, clean up the edges, sand it, and then put it on the door itself to use as a template to drill through the door. Alright, so we have the circle, but it's pretty wide, so we want to narrow it a little bit, not too much, because we want to make sure the tubby little kitty can get through. But I'm going to take 1 inch off each side, just to make it a little bit safer, maybe 1.25 inches. So the cat will still be able to get through that. He'll have good height for the top, and he should be able to squeeze through there. Sorry.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1 million wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing in your eyes. Girl, I can tell that you have something on your mind. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes, I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you, wanna see you smile? Where's that happy girl that I know with a heart on fire? I'll do anything to make it fine, but I can tell that you have something on your mind right now. But I will make you forget.
Okay, now to cut out the hole in the door, just gonna trace it out. Can't see the pencil, so I'm gonna use a pen. Marker won't stick to it, so I'm gonna trace it and then drill a couple of holes just to see what the inside of the door looks like, because I have no idea. And then we'll go from there.
There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes, I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes.
So it looks like this is hollow all the way around. So for me, I'm just going to cut it with the jigsaw, given that. And I'll need to figure out some way to fill in the space in between, just so that we have a nice clean finish on the inside.
Make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party about the good vibes. Let's have a drink, just relax. All your problems will fade if you're ready for a good
Okay, with both holes cut out in the artwork and in the door, I clamped them together and then sanded to make sure it was all smooth on the inside here. Now I'm just going to take these off, and we need to start filling in the holes here. And the way we're going to do that is start out putting I have some extra foam insulation here. I'm going to fill in a bit with this and then use spray foam insulation around it. Let that harden, and then we'll cut it out to the same shape as the hole in the door. And we're not going for perfection here, we're just trying to fill in some of the space so the expanding foam doesn't keep into the door and it actually protrudes out the opening here. You can, I'm using extra insulation I had, but you could use paper towel, something, roll it up, ball it up, just to prevent the spread through. Don't put anything in that might come loose and make noise within your door though, so just keep that in mind. There we go, not the prettiest job. Just gonna let it cure for 8 hours, and then we'll trim it with, in the past I've used a hacksaw blade, it's worked very well with this. And then we're gonna sand it and cover it with some drywall compound. All right, it's been over 8 hours. This is cured, so I'm just gonna take a hacksaw blade and cut around this opening. That worked really well. I'm really happy with that. Now I'm just going to put some drywall, sand it first, and then put some drywall compound to smooth it up so we can paint it. So this hardware came off a door that was down in the basement, and we're going to reuse it here. Where I mentioned before, this closet door seems to have come off the basement originally. I'm not sure if this is the same hardware, but we're going to use the holes that are here, and we're going to have to clean it up a little bit with the chisel. But we got to get this set in and it's secured to the door. And if you look through the top here, you can see that once I put this in another 1/8 of an inch, these holes might not work anymore, so I might have to move those. But so that's next. Just tracing this out, chiseling, checking the alignment of these. So I got the box in here flush now. Had to use the chisel quite a bit. These holes were indeed misaligned, so I cut them out a bit more. Not pretty, but it'll get covered by the plate. So this is good to go here. Now we just want to clean these up, sand and paint. For the paint, we just used leftover paint that we had. We had some leftover chalk paint that we used for the cat, and then some door and trim paint that we used for the door itself. And I managed to convince Suzanne to do the painting.
But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars.
So Suzanne has this painted up. It's all ready to go. Now I'm just going to put some wood glue on the back of this, use the nailer to hold it in place, put some weight on it, and wait 30 minutes, and then it's good to go. While this is drying, I'm going to put the hardware back on the door and get it ready to go up in the door frame.
Lay my troubles to rest, blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a fast.
So for this part, I removed the pin so I could put the hinge on the door frame. Normally you would mortise this out to set this into the frame, but where the house has shifted a bit over the years, it's not quite wide enough at the bottom for the door, and I'm concerned that it won't butt up against the frame here. So I'm just going to put these hinges on the outside of it, and I put a mark here where the height should go, and I put a mark on the bottom for the depth, and I'm going to mark these, drill pilot holes, and then we can put the door up.
I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna.
And you don't want to tighten these fully yet. We want to make sure we can line it up with the door. And then once we attach the door here, we'll tighten these screws in.
Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.
Last part was to put this plate on. I did the same thing as with the hinges. I just put it on the outside of the frame, just to keep the space here good and to make sure that the door latched well. I just drilled out a hole here for the latch to fit through, and then installed the strike plate right on the surface. So there you have it. Not a very hard way to put in a cat door if you need to get one put in. It worked out well. It looks all right, we think. We're happy with it, and the cat here seems pretty happy with it, and so all good all around. If you like this, hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.